Hello, Wendy. Good to see you. And all right, we are just live on Facebook. So welcome to our Facebook friends and welcome to everyone on Zoom. We've been chit-chatting for a little while here on Zoom. But now we are on Facebook and I have a card, I think I do, for you today. We're going to be playing with the Sentimental Park stamp set. I'll tell you a little bit more once we get to the table. And those of you on Zoom, feel free to comment and make suggestions or whatever as I am stamping the card. Just unmute yourself or whatever and chit chat. I'm totally okay with that. And I am going to just make sure that, there we go. I see myself on Facebook so that if there's any comment, if you are watching on Facebook or watching the replay, say hello. And it's always fun to see the comments. And if you have any questions, make sure you type them up in the comments as well. I will try and keep an eye on the Facebook comments as well as connect with our Zoom friends. So all this multitasking thing. All right, I am going to highlight my table and I will be silent for a few seconds here because I have to change from one device to another, and you don't want to have that big screechy sound there. That's just not fun, right? So we are going to replace Sip Spotlight with my table. All right, and I'm going to mute here and go to the other one. If I unmute myself, that works better. Okay, here we go. You can all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so there's a wonderful suite here on page 30 and following called Regency Park of the mini catalog. That's valid, by the way, until the end of April. Okay, so you can have fun with lots of that. Today is the end of celebration. That's the last day that you can place an order, $60 order, and get some a free reward. But this catalog here is good until the end of April. Okay, so there's this Regency Park suite with 2 bundles and an embossing folder, some textured paper, ribbon, bling, and some paper here. But so there you can see a little more details on the following pages. There's these wonderful flowers here that can be punched. So you get the bundle with the punch, or you can get this stamp set here with a lot of sentiments and a few flowers. And there is a bundle, dies that go into the mini stamping card and emboss machine with a bunch of labels, really fancy labels. There's 3 fancy labels, some other little flowers, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So I got only the stamp set because I quite like the font and the greetings on there. You can mix and match those greetings, which is pretty cool. So that's why I got the stamp set. So I thought we would play with that. There's not a lot of samples out there. A lot of people use these flowers here. Sometimes with these, anyways, it's interesting to see. Not too many people are taking up the challenge. Oh, I'm not using this this stamp here, but I noticed it. Just kind of little hashtags. Is that what you call it? I don't know. Assuré in French. So there you go. I know the French word. I'm not sure what it is in English, but you can use that easily for more masculine type cards. So for example, they used it, you can see it on this card here. They added flowers, so that removes the masculine idea, but you can see they did a border like that. So you could use that to add texture, and sometimes it can be used also for more masculine cards, which flowers generally are not too masculine. Okay, so this is I made this one with Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party, but I thought tonight we would make with Starry Sky and Evening Evergreen. So a little different colors. See, I kind of played with it, designing it like that. So we will see if we can, if it's not as good, we can use this. Okay, so I die cut a rectangle from I thought I had brought it, but I didn't. But it's part of the scallop contour set of dies, which has, I think, 3 or 4 different frames. So this is one of the frames there from that set of dies. So I am going to stamp. I'm going to use the solid stamp. So I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to use this one first and then this one. So I'm going to stamp off so that it's not quite as dark. Okay. So Starry Sky is a pretty dark ink.
What size is that?
This rectangle
Yes.
here?
Yeah.
Okay, so approximately it is, including the scallops, it is, let's see, 1, 2, 2.5 by 1, 2, 3, 3 3/4. So if you wanted to just cut a rectangle, that's the
Yeah.
size there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we'll do that, and then I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to stamp here. So I need to stamp fairly. So if you're cutting the cardstock, you may want to cut it a little bit taller. It's a little bit tight to do the flowers and the stem. Okay. And then here, when I use a die, then of course I'm stuck with that. So these ones, the ones with the outline, I'm going to do full strength, and I'm going to try and match the centers of the flowers, which is always a little tricky when you have a phone in between your face and the table. I think we're about there. Okay, pretty good. All right. So I'm going to close that for now. And then for the stem, so for the stem, I need to use this one first because the other one just has the leaves. And so I would not be able to plate it properly. So I need to do this one first. And I'm using soft succulent for this one. Okay, let's do it right about here. I think that should work. Okay. No, not soft succulent. The other one, the dark one, the evening evergreen. Sorry for the confusion. Okay, and then these ones, I'm going to stamp off and then stamp here. And hopefully the ink that's in the center is not going to get on my project. And it didn't. Okay. See, it went all over in the center here. I don't know. I didn't want that. I want to leave it open. So there we go. So that's our flower here. And I used the 6x6 in color designer series paper. So it has all 5, the Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, which is one of this one, and Polished Pink. Is that it? No, Sweet Sorbet. Anyways, that collection here. And this is the last piece of that color. So I think this last summer we made a card using those when we were stamping in my garage. And so I had only this one sheet left. Okay, and then I'm using just thick, basic white cardstock as my card base. There we go. And then this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to use adhesive like that. Okay, here we go. And then, yeah, we can, it doesn't really matter. Let's put that. So I'm going to use a 3/4 inch by 4. Oh, I didn't cut it at 4. I'm going to have to do that. Let me do that. I could have done it with my scissors, but you know. So this is going to be for my greeting here. So I want to position that, something like that. So let's, what should we do first? Doesn't really matter, does it? I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my flower here.
Sophie, is that background paper still available?
Yes. Yeah, it's in the annual catalog.
Thank you.
Okay. So for the greeting, what I love about that stamp set actually is that you can mix and match the greetings quite a bit. You can say, so thanks, I would remove, you can say thanks all by itself or just not stamp the S and say thank you. Thinking of you, let's celebrate you, love you, and then all these thinking, you know, like there's your new adventure, your anniversary, your graduation, you're amazing, happy birthday, and so on. So there's a lot of mixing and matching you can do with the greetings. And I always love when there's a mixture of scripty font and more block, you know, more typed type of font. So that's why I like that stamp set for that. Now on this one here, I did the Let's Celebrate in Tahitian Tide and the U in Parakeet Party, but I wasn't sure that I wanted the U in Evening Evergreen. So I think we're going to do it all in Starry Sky. So I put the two of them together, the two stamps on one block, and I lined them up the way I wanted it to be. That way the work is done. And I don't have to guess, you know, where to put it or whatever as I'm stamping. It's already all lined up. And I'm going to put it about in the center of my paper here. There we go. And before I forget, I have a little flower here. That's this little one here that we're going to stamp inside. I want to try and remember to put something inside here. Here we go. Okay, close that. I was looking to see if we could put one of these wishes here. Let's celebrate you for your happy birthday. For happy birthday. No, that we could put happy birthday inside. Let's do that. Let's celebrate you and put happy birthday inside. Okay, now where is the happy birthday on there? Always a challenge to read upside down. There it is. Okay. So let's maybe use, I'm going to remove the flower. Try not to put too much ink on my fingers. Okay, happy birthday. Several times I've put my stamp upside down and I end up with a solid piece because I put the stamp, it's, you know, the area you're supposed to be on a cardstock on my block. Okay. I can stamp happy birthday right there. There we go. Okay. And then this, we can put on dimensionals as well. Let's use the big ones. They work a little bit better for this application. All right. Okay, there we go. Now we need to put some pearls. I thought the pearls would look nice on that. Let's remove this for now. So if we use, I put some big ones right around the greeting. And then some smaller ones around the flowers here. Here we go. All right, there we go. So we have the two colors like that. Which one's your favorite? Do you like the Starry Sky or Tahitian Tide? Starry, the darker one?
Personally, I like Starry Sky.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was kind of my favorite as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
This
I
one's not
agree.
bad, but
I
this
like
one's not bad, but I like this one better. So there we go, but that's options. You can, of course, use, whatever colors you have. And if you have, other kind of paper, pick up the colors that are inside your paper, and then you can, make your own flowers like that. So there you go. For our Facebook friends, we're going live every Tuesday, a few minutes after 7. And so log on and be live with us, or even better, get on Zoom. Message me and I will give you the Zoom link. All right. I'm going to say goodbye to our Facebook friends here, but people on Zoom, just stay for now, okay?